So hi everyone, you can see we're back here today to design your flash mask. Now what I'm using is Peltex. You can use cardboard or EVA foam, and I'm just about to design and sketch out the overall shape. What you can also use is a mask base, so you can go to your local art shop or a discount store, find maybe a cheap plastic mask and build on top of that. What I'm about to do is build it from scratch right now using the Peltex. Will say again, cardboard and EVA foam guys work just as good, they are perfect for it. I just had to start to design half of my piece, so I'm actually designing half of the eye and the nose piece itself. I'll just start to draw it all out guys, and you'll see the shapes that I'm about to do. Here we are with our flash mask. So you can see once I just place it on the mannequin, this is going to be giving me my cheek piece, also my under eye piece and my nose piece. Alright, so it's going to be half of the design. Once I fold this over, draw out another piece, as you can see right here, I've just folded it onto another piece of Peltex, drew out the design guys, and that's it. So once I cut this out, glue them both together, you'll see I'll actually have a symmetrical nose piece like this right now. So I put them both together right in the middle, and I'll actually have my nose shape and also my two under eye pieces. You can see that right now. I'll just glue them both together. So now we actually have our nose, our under eye piece and our cheek piece, simply by just cutting two pieces and gluing them together. So overall you'll just want to figure out, you can see right now I'll place it over my nose, and this will actually give me half of my eye shape and also go around my cheeks and create my nose piece. So we've did three things in one right there, just using two pieces guys. It's really good using symmetry and folding pieces over and using doubles. You'll see it'll come a lot into play later on in the video. So right now I'll just start to maybe measure up some pieces and we'll get to the rest of it. Right now I'll actually start to design the top piece. So the top piece I'll actually start and mark out where my nose is. So you'll actually mark out half of your nose right here. And again, we'll be working from a middle point. If you have watched my Flash Ezra Miller body armor, we work from a middle point, and I just start to design the eye shape overall right now. You can see just start to take the same shape that you drew for your under eye. Alright, you can do many different shapes with this. Also, you can maybe create well, not say always a Nightwing, but maybe a Green Arrow Hawkeye mask, maybe a Captain America mask, anything that you want. This would actually be perfect for a Captain America mask. You can see just thin shapes and keep designing your pieces, and here we are with again our Ezra Miller flash mask. So with this piece guys, what I'll be doing is cutting a double of it, gluing it together the way we did with our bottom piece. You can see right now it'll give us our whole forehead section. Alright, so both of these pieces together create our whole front of our mask and also our eye shape. Right now I'll actually be marking off where the nose pieces meet up. You can use this for a Kid Flash mask, also maybe a Batman mask, it's completely up to you. Right now I'll just be gluing both of these together, shaping them up, and thank you so much for watching. Right now here's your Ezra Miller mask. And again, this does resemble a Kid Flash mask. You can use this for that shape. Alright, love you guys. Here we are with our mask base. So using these shapes, we have our front of our mask base. You can see I have very wide eyes and a nice open nose piece. This creates a really nice shape, and with this eyepiece, if you feel like you have maybe did it too much, you can create maybe armor builds around that, or for the inside like I'm about to do. Right now I just try on the mask and I show you guys, it just fits around the front like this. Again, it does resemble a kid flash so much, I am tempted to use this for that, but right now we're just going to use this for a Ezra Miller, and we are about to build our forehead section, then we are going to build our chin section and the back portion. But this is how you maybe make the front of your mask. And again, as I say, I think I have made my eye slats a bit too big, so here I'm about to make these little in slats. Pardon me. So I'm about to make these little in slats right now, so these just go in behind the eye, and these create maybe a more broader shape and also close in the eye. Because my eyebrow was coming through at the top layer, so I create these build-ins just to maybe layer those up and build in the eye shape that bit more. You can create many different eye shapes with this, so go and try them out. It is very, very good, guys, and here we are just making these different shapes up. Thank you for watching so far. So designing these pieces up, you can see it actually creates in a more broader eye shape overall. I will say my eyebrow was coming through at the top, so I did need to design these, but it does give it a more squared off eye. If you were maybe going for a more animated or cartoon look, you would go for the maybe wider eye shape. Right now you can use this for any design that you want. You can maybe make a base with this for an Arkham Knight, maybe a Red Robin, anything that you choose, guys. Alright, just using them two pieces, I have actually give my eye a whole new layer, and right now I've wrapped it in the red fabric. So if you've watched any of my previous videos, I wrap everything in the coloured fabric using the hot glue gun. You can go and check out many other mask process videos for that. And here I have just actually used a pair of sunglasses. So if you maybe want to go to a discount store, if you have some lying around, some old sunglasses will be perfect to give your forehead shape that much more structured look. So right now I'm actually about to cut the nose section off, so I used a hacksaw just to cut the nose piece right out. If you are underage, please use supervision because this can be dangerous and sharp. But what I have done is just cut out the nose section right here. You can see it came from the sunglass lenses. Now I got these for £1. Alright, in a discount store that is very cheap. You can maybe get some for $1. That's just going to go in the middle section for my nose and give that a much more structured base, and also so that it will sit in my nose piece and maybe fold around into my cheeks more. I'll just glue this in right now. You can see, here we are. So the nose piece really helps structure the mask, gives it that nice curve, helps build up an armoured base at the front. I was so tempted to use this for a kid flash, I will keep saying that, but I didn't. You could use it. But right now, this is actually going to be at the front of our mask base, and we are about to glue on the eyebrow pieces of the sunglass lenses. So you'll come back to your sunglass lenses, and you'll actually be using the top piece. So this eyebrow piece right here, this side piece you'll not need, the piece that goes in your ear. You could use that for a Spider-Man web shooter. Right here, this eyebrow piece, I'll just snap it off, and this will be gluing in at the top of our eye. Okay, so this eyebrow piece will help structure, it will help build up that more curved look around the eyebrow. You can see I've already glued on the other piece right here. That will go along right here, and it will just give it that nice perfect curve. I will say I was so tempted to use this for a kid flash. I didn't, because you guys need to learn how to make your Ezra Miller. But you could use this for many other builds if you need a nice mask base. If you can't find any skull masks, or in your local art shop if you can't find a mask base to build on, this is how you maybe make it from scratch. Okay, so those sunglass lenses will help give an overall shape, and it will help build your mask shape when you put it on, and it'll set down on a table much better. Okay, so here we are with the mask. Thank you so much for watching so far. So for your forehead section, guys, you'll actually want to cut a wider piece at the front, going thinner into the back. Okay, so you can see it actually fits into our forehead section right here with a nice spike, and it'll actually fold in and give us a nice curve here around the top of our head. Alright, going thinner in the back creates a nice flexible curve. What I'll do is wrap this in the red fabric, press both of these pieces together nice and tightly, and then start to place some glue in the back. But again, you can just see this is a wide piece here at the front and thinner at the back. Here, as I say, I press these pieces both together nice and tight, then I place small amounts of glue in the back. This creates a nice line, no excess glue seeps through if you have those pressed together nice and tight at the back, and also place small amounts of glue. Not too much glue because it will start to seep through. Alright, I'll just do this with multiple pieces throughout the mask, and here we are gluing these pieces together. Thank you so much for watching so far, guys. So I got some questions. Again, I use a lighter just to take off some excess glue or melt it back down so that I can wipe it off. Alright, it's just to clean up some excess glue overall. But as I say, I just place both of these pieces nice and tightly together, and then I place small amounts of glue here like so. I used both of my fingers. Now you can get burnt doing this. I will say it does happen a lot, so you maybe want to work in an open space area or have something or some tools to maybe press both of those together. So you see here I just place the glue right here at the back, and it gives it a nice line at the front. Now I'm using also this shiny thin linen that can be found in fabric shops. That is just for Irish dancing and some nice dresses. This is just some thin black fabric that is going to be placed along those glue lines to reinforce those and strengthen them up. Alright, you can just see here I just place those along each seam line or each piece that I glue to each other piece, and that's going to create a nice strength and structure, and overall you'll see it throughout all the mask. Thank you, and here we are with the rest of it. So it's actually starting to take on some facial features and some facial shapes. That's what you'll want to be doing with your masks. I know working from a plain base is all good, but maybe if you start to take in your facial features and the facial structure, you will work in some wonders, guys. Your mask will look that much more detailed. I'll try it on here, have a bit of fun with you with the mask. Thank you so much for watching so far. So hi everyone, this is sort of halfway through into making your mask. We have made our base, you can see, using the sunglass lens, well, the sunglass base. Also we have built our mask and eye base. Then we have made our forehead section, or a thin forehead section. Then I have cut this sort of shape right here, 1, 2 and 3 sides with a straight line side line. So this sort of takes a curve. You can see the sort of shapes going on right here, and what we're going to do is just place that in like so into here. So I'll actually sit sideward, curve this around, and you can see it just places in to this section. Alright, so if you actually can work out this, if you want to see a trick, this fits in here. What I'll do is just flip it round like so, place it in this side, and there you see it actually fits in this section also. So if you want to figure out, guys, if your pieces are going to fit both sides, all you do is have it, cut it for one side, curve it to the way it's going to be, and then you find out by just simply flipping it over like so and reverse it, and that way you'll know if you're going to cut a double, whether you need a bigger one, smaller one, or if it's just going to be perfect like this one and fit in. That's how you know your design is good and symmetrical, it is even. And yeah, I'm just working right now, show you what it's like, so you can just see it goes on like that. You can make a kid flash with this just eye base and without this strap, but this is just going to, let me see, this is this way, it is this way, yep. So that's just going to go in this section right here, and then that's going to fold up and around like that and curve round. But what I'll do is build off of this piece. I'll actually maybe make it go longer up here at the back, maybe build it out here at the side, but at least I know now that this fits into my forehead section like so. Alright, it's all about just processes, guys. I've got a couple of questions on please use templates, please upload templates. I'm simply using a simple tablet. I've broken 3 computers already. Anyway, we'll get on with the mask. I would always say, guys, look up some other tutorials on YouTube. Pepe Cura, that's always a good technique, sort of what I'm using. Cardboard, EVA foam builds, they always work. And yeah, this is the flesh mask. So this is actually my setup, guys. I have my head mannequin right here, little homie Romeo, and he just sits right here. As I say, I'm maybe elongating this section right here, and maybe elongating this on up, and I just happened to lean across and I found this piece of Peltex. I always keep certain scraps amount, so you can see here I have a lot of scraps right here that I've cut out other pieces of, and yeah, that is going to be how I'm going to elongate this. What I'll do is just turn it round here to the back, place it on like so, simply draw a line, let me just put it down on a hard surface. I'll draw the shape of that, that's going to go up like that. And then there you go. Once I take that away, we have the certain shape drawn in, and if I find my scissors somewhere, find them. So that's going to, let me see, yep, that's how we're working it right now, and that's going to come down like that, and then that's going to cut off like that. So we are left with this piece, and that is just going to glue into that section like that. So you can see here, just by using simple scraps of cardboard, EVA foam, you can build other bigger pieces and elongate them. It helps not waste, because instead of going over to your cardboard or EVA foam and cutting a whole new piece, what you'll just do is take some glue, place it on the bottom like so, and then press them both back together again. Okay, so press them both back together. You don't even sometimes have to draw the shape. What you can do is just glue the sides together and then cut around that and form them up like that. That's how I did some of the Ezra Miller Flash costume. So here you are. Now you can see it sort of overlaps over here, so what we'll just do is take the scissors. Oh, so actually we'll just, we'll peel that off. Because this is the praised piece, we do not want to cut this piece. This is our praised piece that we know fits into our forehead piece. Okay, so we'll actually want to align it up right here, and then just rub off whatever excess glue there is. Okay, so make sure we press those both together, and you have your curved forehead piece. Now I will be strengthening this up. I'll place some more glue here at the back, minimal glue, not too much, and then I'll probably put some of the lace behind, just to strengthen it up and make sure it is durable enough, and when wrapping it in the fabric it's not going to break or bend. So now I have a forehead piece that I elongated, so you can see that's just going to fit in here. Let me see, like that, and then that's going to wrap up on around like so up here. Okay, now what I can do is actually maybe just cut this piece to fit that a bit more, like just cutting a line up here. So let's do that. Okay, let's see how this works. And that works pretty good. Okay, so let's actually see if it works on Manny. And I wasn't showing that to the camera. I don't think so anyway. So let's take some of it. Let's see. This fits in. Oh, wasn't on the mannequin right. Wasn't on the head mannequin right. Make sure it's nice and tight. Okay guys, so it's even just holding in place right now. You can see that now it just popped out of place, but it actually held in place there for at least, I'd say around 10 seconds. But here I just shape my piece like so, and that's all you do is simply by cutting, taking the piece each time, placing it in, and hopefully when I flip it over right now, so again it goes this way, I'll flip it over to here, see if it fits into this side also. And if it does, we are cooking with gas. And I don't think it's going to fit in the same way, or it may do if it has a natural curve to it, and it will fit in. So we are actually working on golden. What we'll do is cut 2 of these, and that will be us. So we'll have our forehead section leading onward into our backward, or into the back of our head, sorry. Alright, and then we'll actually just build up the sideward portion right here. He actually has a sort of squared off. And thank you so much for watching. That was our forehead piece. Yeah. So you can see I've actually wrapped this piece in the red fabric using the hot glue gun and glued it onto our forehead section. So here is the other side that we are about to glue on right now. We're about to use the same technique by just pressing it nice and tight together, placing small amounts of hot glue in the back. It actually has that nice forehead curve you can see, so you'll actually want your pieces to fit in together. And you just place these both side by side, press them together nice and tight using your fingers. And I will advise against this guys, because I burnt myself many a time. Maybe use some gloves or wear something to cover your fingers basically, or just not use hot glue altogether. You could use some normal glue, but using my fingers and my hand I press these nice and tight together, place small amounts of glue and then wipe it off. Okay, so I wipe off the excess glue. It also helps it seep into that nice line. I will say this is hot glue, it is in the name. It is very warm, so I wouldn't advise against this. Okay guys, I just place small amounts of glue here in the back, and it will not seep through if you wipe it and press it nice and tight. So you can see here small amounts of glue in the back, and also when I turn it around to the front, you'll see there is no excess glue. Alright, I have a nice line all around. I do this for all the pieces, slightly just and simply putting them both together, pressing tightly and putting small amounts of glue using the hot glue gun. They will go nice and perfect together. Thank you so much for watching everyone. This is the mask so far. You're awesome. You can use this for many amounts of mask designs. Okay, love you guys. Bye. So you can actually use maybe masking tape or duct tape for your adhesive at the back. You do not have to use that thin shiny black linen or the thin shiny black fabric. I just use some regular fabric sometimes when I run out of that. You can use some masking tape or duct tape cheaply enough to strengthen your mask seam lines at the back. Alright, so I'll just try this on for you guys. You can see once I actually bend the back piece, it will give it that nice head curve overall, and the forehead section is starting to build up nice and good. Alright, I actually have it nice and strengthened here in the back. No glue or excess glue has seeped through those lines, and once I try it on right now, I have that mad head spike that I don't know what it looks like, but once I actually bend it back to my head, it gives it that nice forehead curve. Alright, we're also going to be creating our back spike But from this shape you can see we just need to build our side sections, and here we are with that. So for the side piece of your forehead, I have drew this piece. It sort of looks like a bird with a beak, but that's just going to fold into the side like that, take a nice curve, and also these pieces are just going to be placed side by side. So it is very time consuming, but overall you'll just want to shape out your overall pieces, glue them side by side together, and start to make some fillers. If you want to maybe tune in for part 2, you can do that, guys. This is how to create your overall mask base. I've cut 2 of these pieces and I'm about to wrap them in the red fabric. Then using the tightly pressed glue trick, I will hopefully glue all of these pieces together nice and tightly. You can see right now I have cut maybe a right angle smaller piece like this, and both of my other head pieces are actually glued on. So both of these pieces are glued on, and this right angle piece is just going to be placed in at the top of those. Alright, so you can just see right now at the top of those that's just going to be glued in. And using the technique just side by side, piece by piece, I start to build up the overall shape. Okay, so it's going pretty fast right now, but don't worry, I slow everything down to show you all of the different pieces. Okay guys, here we are with your mask. So you can see our right angle piece and also our forehead piece go nicely together to create a nice side section, and also on the inside we have used the shiny linen to strengthen up and structure our overall base. Okay, so the mask is starting to build up nice and tightly. Also you can see the side section and the forehead section is starting to structure up very good, and in the back here I've just cut another right angle piece. This is going to be placed again nice and tightly side by side into your forehead section. So just using the hot glue, just start to place small amounts in the back. Wipe it with your finger if you are wearing gloves or hand protection. That's completely up to you guys, or just don't use a hot glue gun overall. Thank you, and here we are with the rest of your Ezra Miller mask. Listen to music or maybe watch a movie. Watch anything that you want. A Series of Unfortunate Events is out on Netflix at the minute if you want to go and watch that. It's an awesome show. Or the obvious choice is The Flash. Completely up to you. Thanks for watching. So always remember to take a break when cosplaying or when making a costume is very vital. It will always keep your brain ticking. But I have just cut this piece right here. Once all your other pieces are glued on and secure, this is going to be for basically the top or the back of your head piece. And I have just cut a simple piece to fit into that section. Alright, now I actually found this overall shape in my scrap pile. So I have a scrap of Peltax sitting right next to my desk, and I'll show you that piece right now. So this is the piece that I found in my scrap pile, and I actually seen and it fit right into this section. Okay, so it actually fit into the head section. So what I did was just cut a slightly bigger piece, and that helped me create my shape. Thank you so much for watching, guys. This has been part 1 of your Ezra Miller mask. You can just flip over the piece and maybe help create everything. Part 2 will be out on the earpieces and chin strap. Love you all. Please subscribe and comment. Thank you for watching. Always at your geek speak, guys. Oh yeah, and always remember to mark left and right for your pieces. Love you all, guys. You're awesome.